Welcome back into MIAA Saturday. I'm Calvin Silvers. With warmer weather on the horizon, we're seeing spring sports start to get into full swing, especially on the tennis courts. Let's take a look at this week's MIAA Men's Tennis Athlete of the Week.
Miquel Perez from Washburn takes the honor this week. Perez went 3-0 at number 3 doubles and 2-1 in singles play this past weekend in wins over Concordia Irvine and 16th-ranked Azusa Pacific and a loss to 6th-ranked Hawaii Pacific. In doubles, Perez and his partner won 6-4 at Concordia Irvine, 7-5 at Azusa Pacific, and 6-2 against Hawaii Pacific. The duo secured the doubles point at CUI and APU. In singles, Perez started at number 3 and defeated CUI 6-3, 5-7, and 6-1. At number 2 singles, he won against Hawaii Pacific 6-4 and 6-3.
This week, I sat down with Miquel Perez to talk about his recent performances. I am here with Miquel Perez from Washburn Tennis. Miquel, how are you doing?
Pretty good, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I just want to ask you right away, how does it feel to be named an MIAA GAC Men's Tennis Athlete of the Week for the second straight week?
It's good. I mean, it's always good to have these kind of awards to like recognize the work you're doing. And I don't know, it's always great. We're having a great season with the team so far, and feels pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it does feel pretty good. And you mentioned you got some good stuff going over there at Washburn, and you and your partner, you guys went 3-0 at number 3 doubles this past weekend, and it was against some great duos that included 16th ranked Azusa Pacific and 6th ranked Hawaii Pacific. So just talk about you and your partner's connection on and off the tennis court.
So my partner is Santi. He's a new transfer from, I think he came from Virginia, and we started playing doubles not long ago. And he's from Colombia and I'm from Spain, so I mean, both of us talking in Spanish, and we have a great relationship off court too. And it was honestly, we didn't have to practice a lot, or we didn't need a lot of matches, and we just started right away to play, and it's working so far so good. So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does seem like it's working good so far, and that's awesome that you guys just had that connection right away. That's really cool. And your past 3 matchups, you guys were on the West Coast. You guys were in California. How fun was it playing in some warm weather? And did you visit any places while you were in California?
It was actually really, really nice because it was my first time in California, and I've never been there. I think it's the best city I've ever been so far.
Oh, really?
The weather is so sick, and yeah, it was really cool. And actually, yeah, we have a couple days off, and one of those actually was really cool because our coach bought tickets for the whole team, boys and girls, and we went to Indian Wells for a whole day. Yeah, and we saw everybody, and then we played Azusa the next day, and we were like, all of us were so motivated to play.
That's awesome.
That
awesome.
definitely helped. And the other day off we went to Santa Monica to the beach and stuff. It was when our matches were done. And it was pretty cool, to be honest.
No, that sounds like a good trip. I've never been to California, so it looks like I'm going to have to make that trip out there sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. And then we were talking about you and your partner. You guys, 3-0 at number 3 doubles this past weekend. Let's say you got the chance to pick any partner you wanted to do duos with besides the partner you have now. Who are you picking and why?
For my team?
Let's do a team and then just any tennis player in the world, but let's do a team first.
Oh, a team. I was actually, before I was playing with Santi, I was playing with Daniel Bird, and we actually had a pretty good connection in the ITA regionals. We made it to the quarterfinal, actually semifinal, I don't remember. And we got ranked 19 in the nation, so for my team, I would pick Dan for sure. And for a tennis player,
yeah, any tennis.
I don't know. I really think I would enjoy play, like, I don't know, Isner or Jack Sock, these crazy doubles players. I think they're actually Kyrgios would be so fun too. I think I'll take Kyrgios.
Okay, there you go. I would say some good options you were throwing out there. So
oh yeah,
can't go wrong with those. And you're just a sophomore, but you're doing impressive things so far in your collegiate career. What has been a thing or even things that you've improved on skill-wise since coming to Washburn?
Right. So coming to college for me was a big change, to be honest, because I was used to play like the ITF tournaments and stuff. And tennis has been like an individual sport for me, always. And since I came to Washburn, you have to like change and like give energy to the team because I really think the energy you give in the matches is really, really important. And even though you're losing, you have to like pump up your team. And actually, that I think that's what I improved the most. I think like giving the energy to my team, caring about them other than me, and I don't know. I really think that playing with the team is what helped me the most, to be honest.
And what was that kind of a hard transition for you when, you first came to Washburn, just being in more of
Uh,
that team setting?
at the beginning, yeah, because I mean, all my coaches when I was back in Spain, they used to tell me like, you have to like not show your emotions at all and like be focused on the game all the time. And here at Washburn, like when I came for the first time, I was like focused on my match the whole time, and then my team started telling me like, you have to bring energy to the team. The other people are gonna yell to you so bad, so you have to change it a little bit. And then I started doing it, and my whole team is really good at that too. So I think that it was not so hard, but it was a transition that I had to make and focus on.
Well, I'm glad that you made that transition well, and it seems like you've gotten that down and are having fun and very energetic with the team. So that's awesome to hear. And last question
Yeah.
for you. You're from Spain and you
hmm
spend a large chunk of the year at Washburn. What's your favorite thing about the campus and even the state of Kansas?
From the campus, I really like it being like a small campus. It's like it's like all like a big family, a big and a small family at the same time. And what I like the most from Washburn is definitely the people, and I feel really really comfortable with here. And from Kansas, I would say I don't know. It's a pretty tough state, to be honest, because the weather is crazy.
It's
It's
great.
like can be in the summer it's insanely warm, and then on the winter it's so cold. And then we have some days that it's snowing, and then the next day is so hot, and it was like it's weird. But I don't know. I like actually. I mean, I don't really like these changes of weather, but sometimes I like it.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
it keeps you on your toes for sure.
Oh, definitely.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy because this time of the year too, you'll go outside in the morning and it'll be cold, so you got like sweatshirt and stuff on,
Right.
and then by the afternoon it's warm, so then you got to take it all off. And
Right. It's weird, but we don't have a lot of snow in Spain, and when we have snow here, it's like it's kind of cool. But then you gotta get used to like next day be ready to not wear either
Yep.
a jumper or whatever. So yeah, it's weird, but it's cool. I kind of like it.
I was gonna say the Midwest part of the country is very weird, like you said, with this weather, and it is.
Yeah.
I like snow. Are you a big fan of snow?
I mean, I actually like it. Yeah. Like actually, when I came for the first time here at Washburn, it was all white, and I was like, dang, that campus is really cool, all white.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
so yeah, I like
it's
it. I like
nice
it.
snowfall. It makes everything look pretty. It's nice.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
Miquel, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today.
Of
And I
course.
wish you the
Anytime.
I wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yep, have a good one.
See you. Thank you.
On the women's side, May Canete is this week's MIAA Women's Tennis Athlete of the Week. Canete led third-ranked Central Oklahoma to a 7-0 win at Southeastern Oklahoma State last Thursday, and the Broncos' only match of the week. May, along with her little sister Christine Canete as the number one doubles team in the country, won 6-0. May then won 6-0 twice in singles competition to wrap up an unblemished day.
I am joined by Women's Tennis Athlete of the Week from Central Oklahoma, sophomore May Canete. May, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
So you've been off to a great start this season, both in singles and doubles. I believe you're 6-2. How is this kind of compared to your expectations coming into your sophomore season?
Well, coming into my sophomore season, it's obviously going to be different than my freshman. I already have a year under my belt, so I'm focused on really the team success more than just my success. I came in as a freshman with a chip on my shoulder, so I wanted to prove where I stood as an individual tennis player. But now that I have a better understanding of what college tennis is, I of course I want to do well for myself, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is the team doing well with each other and like just keep on pushing our goals and going through for that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I'm not mistaken, your doubles partner actually happens to be your sister, Christine, right?
That's right. Yes.
So that's pretty exciting. What has that been like for you guys getting to live out your dream together playing college tennis?
It's amazing. I mean, I've not it's a privilege to be able to just play in college. Being with my sister on the same team, that's something so rare in itself. So it's like we're each obviously college is the place where you figure yourself out, and so we're being able to do that. But being able to do that together on the tennis court and bring that to the team has been amazing. And at the same time, we're rallying for our family. Like I know that this doesn't just mean a lot it obviously means a lot to me, my sister and I. But when my family sees us playing on the same court, wearing the same gear, wearing the same team, I know that like what they feel, words can't express how much that means to me. So I'm really grateful for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken, I believe that you come from California.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty big adjustment coming from the California area all the way over to Edmond, Oklahoma.
Right.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you and your sister?
Well, obviously coming here, California was my bubble in a way. I mean, if you asked me during my recruitment visit, I kind of wanted to keep all my options open. I didn't know where I'd land if I wanted where I was, depending on where I was going to play college. But I'm really like coming to Oklahoma. Ever since I came here, I didn't really look back. And obviously, it's never going to be perfect. You have to make the little adjustments, but just being able to make the most of what I've been able to have and the opportunities that have been able to present itself to me, just making the most out of that. And then at the same time, getting involved with learning the importance of getting involved in my community. And Edmond, Oklahoma in general has been able to teach me things that California will never be able to teach me, just because it's a different change of pace. It's a different area. But no, I've just been able to learn so much about the culture. Like I have cowboy boots now. Like I really never was gonna wear cowboy boots in California, but now that I'm in Oklahoma, like I have like a bunch of cowboy boots. So like I'm just getting enamored with the Midwestern culture, and I want to keep building on that. So
No,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
And then obviously head coach Joe Van is still around. What kind of leadership has he provided for you and your team?
He's been able to help provide us with the resources that we need to succeed, making sure that everyone is on the same page, being able to provide us with what it is, the little things that make us successful, whether it be our practice schedule, our making sure that we're emotionally okay, mentally okay, physically okay, just having someone who's aware of all those different aspects of, so that way it doesn't, we're always moving in the right direction. Like we need someone to always guide us to the right direction. And the team's we always want to be able to move in the right direction, but we need that guidance. And Coach Van has been able to do that for us. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. All
Mhm.
all aspects of tennis. So
Mhm.
you're having, like I said, a phenomenal season. Thanks again for taking the time, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
This year's tennis tournament for the men begins April 27th, with the champion being crowned on April 28th. The women's tennis tournament begins April 29th, with the champion being crowned May 1st. Both tournaments will be played at Edmond Center Court in Edmond, Oklahoma. Central Oklahoma will be the host. That will wrap up this week's episode on MIAA Saturday. Be sure to follow us across our social media platforms and catch all of the MIAA action on the MIAA network. I'm Calvin Silvers, and we'll see you next week.